Hey guys, so I'm back and I need to make a really quick thank you card for my sister because she was amazing this last few weeks. So I need to thank her for that. So I'm still obsessed with the Fancy That 6x6 pad. So I think we're going to make it out of this because really I just don't want to work with anything else right now. And I'm gonna put it on craft because I love the way this pink has been looking on craft lately. So let's see what we can come up with. Maybe I've been shying away from that gray paper like you wouldn't believe. Should I do the gray paper? I don't know. I don't want to. I used that on my mom's card. I want this thank you to be like pretty and bold and not the arrows. Maybe we'll do it on this cute little confetti paper. No. Don't want to do black. Oh, I'm having a real problem here. Maybe this? Oh, that's pretty. Maybe I'll do this. And maybe I'll do like a segmented card where we've got part on top, part on bottom with washi tape in between the seam. Let's do that. Let's see, let's cut down this paper and see how much we have to work with. So I'm just trying to find out how much usable space I have, and then we'll go from there. We've got that. I need to have a 1/8 inch border on two sides. So let's take off this piece on the bottom. Let's just take off that piece right there. Okay. And we'll just glue it down and then we'll cut off the edge. I really like that look where you have 1/8 inch border on two sides of the card. So let's do that. And it was this side. This side that we knew was going to land somewhere, and then we'll glue down the rest on the card. I'm making sure it lines up properly. There. Okay, and then we'll glue down the other sides. Cut off the edge. This is a great technique when you have a whole bunch of little papers in your paper pack. You don't have enough for a full card fronts. So then I'm going to take this and put it at the bottom. Do I want it up that high? Yeah, I want it up that high. Okay. Cut that part off. Do the same thing. I know. 3 sides of it. Everything's encroaching on me. Okay. There. 3 sides. Let's get that side down. Have you guys seen the movie Sisters yet? Oh my god, it's so hysterical. I wasn't gonna like seek it out or anything, but all of a sudden I came home from a very bad day. My boyfriend knew that it was a bad day and he had rented it for me. And I was just dying laughing. And there's this one character in there. Okay, let me tell you what I'm doing and then I'll get back to it. Okay, so washi tape to cover the seam. You need one good side, so you have to cut that off. There. Anyway, I've had a stressful couple weeks because it's been nothing but birthdays and family and all that. And, you know, my family's great. I love them. But, you know, a lot of family can be a lot of work sometimes. But anyway, and then we had to move our office and all that kind of stuff. So, been very stressful. So I came home one day and my boyfriend's been just amazing through all of it, as always. And he had snacks waiting for me and all kinds of movies rented for me. So I sat and watched Sisters, and first of all, the movie's hysterical, but there's this one character when they go into a dress shop to buy clothes for a party. They're throwing her name's Brayla. It's Brayla. And this look she does with her eyes just kills me. She's so funny, and I've been thinking about her all week because she's just been cracking me up in my head. So she was just doing that to me while I was making this card. Okay, so see sort of what I'm talking about? You do, you piece together segments of paper and then they form, like, you know, your card front. So it's nice because you can use your remnants from the paper pack format. And yeah, it doesn't look like they go together right now, but you do a couple more tricks and then it is on. So I'm just cutting 2 little slits in the top and the bottom, and the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to thread my twine through them to make sort of a crisscross. This is Mayart's twine. How do I want to do this? I want a bow on the front, so I'll do it like this. See, we're going to thread it through there, come back up, and then thread it through the bottom to make a crisscross. And then one more time to bring it up to make the bow. Okay, so you sort of see what I did. See on the back? Threaded it around, and then brought it back up to make the bow. And you can do a couple things to hide it in the back. You can make another, cut out another piece of paper and just glue it over it, or you can just leave it as is. I mean, you know, the person you're giving it to knows it's a handmade card, so it's kind of nice for them to see sort of the innards of it. But that's all up to you. So how do I want to make the bow? I want to make it, do I want to incorporate the X into it? Or do I want to just make it kind of floating out there? Or do I want to show it at all? So many questions. Well, actually, I think I won't have the bow show because I'm gonna have something over it. So let's see, I'll have to do it on here. So actually this makes the back prettier now, so I don't think I'll cover it with a piece of paper. You can cover it with a piece of paper, or you can do strips of paper, make it part of the design. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut tails and just make it part of the card. Like this. See? And you can reinforce, put a little glue on the back of each of these slits, but let me tell you, that string isn't going anywhere, so I think it's going to be fine. And then I'll use those for later. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a little card here. I just sort of made this card up. I wanted something that looked like a tag, but was a lot smaller. Okay, so I have to make this little tag that's going to go on front. This little guy just sort of came up with on my own and sketched it out. So it is about 3 by 1.5. Is that true? Yeah, 3 by 1.5. Yeah. And, you know, just curve the edges on the top and then punch a little hole. And I've always wanted something like this in like a punch, but I haven't been able to find it, so I just made my own, and this is gonna be my little template for it. And it fits perfectly onto a card. It just makes a nice little statement. And you know, your sentiment can trail off here. You can have like a little flower here and then trail off your sentiment. So, okay, I need to pick out which paper I want this to be out of, which is going to be a little bit difficult. Maybe the diamond. How about that? Oh, that would be fancy. Yeah, let's do that. Trace this little guy. When you're using a template, I always trace on the back of it because you never quite know if you're gonna cut off all of your cut lines. Okay, and I did the hole too. So that can be over there. And just cut this little puppy out. Okay, and then this is a small hole punch. Make for small little holes, just like that. And we'll put some of our extra twine in there. Whenever I'm doing twine, I always put the loop in the hole first, bring it through, and then put the strings through. It gives you the proper side for the knot that way. Otherwise you've got sort of the not so pretty side going on. So that's just my little tip. But I always put a tiny bit of glue there just to keep it in the right place. Snip off the ends. maybe I want to smudge, do the edges, because this isn't popping as much as I thought it was, so I think I will. I'll use my frayed burlap again, and maybe I'll do it with the pad this time. Give it some nice extreme edge, and then smooth it out with, there we go. That's the pop I was looking for. Okay. And I'm going to put this on the card. Like so. And here's my little thank you. It's very small, so I think I want to have a strip of paper behind it. Let's see which scraps we got lying around. We got that one, but that's the same as our background paper, so we don't want to do that. Got that one. Maybe just plain. Yeah, I think just plain. Just a little strip of it, and since this is curved, put it on there first. And then so that'll be there, but I need to have something extra. So maybe something punched out. Maybe butterflies? Should I do butterflies again? Maybe something die cut? Flower? No, I think a butterfly. And I'm gonna die cut them. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so we'll put that there. And should we do green butterflies? Yeah, I'm gonna do a green butterfly. I'm gonna do 2 of them. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go die cut them real quick. Okay, I die cut this one butterfly, and then I'm gonna use my punch for the other. Okay, I ended up using my punches for the butterflies, so we'll do this one down here, and then we'll do this one right up here. And that's the pop it needs. Right there. And one right there. And I think I'm just going to put a rhinestone on each of the butterflies and not use sequins on this one. I've got enough gold foil going on, so we'll use 2 mediums. We'll use 1 small, not extra small, and 1 medium. How about that? Got to make sure to close that case as soon as possible, because I know it'll just launch out of my hand and I'll have rhinestones all over my carpet. And it will drive me nuts. Okay, so here we go. There's the first one. Here's the second one. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I like how that turned out. Okay, and then I'm going to just use a few of my scraps for the inside, so I don't have to put them back in my pad, my paper pad. I'll just make a few little flags to go inside of it. Here's one. Yeah, and then maybe that one. Two, and I have this little flower just sitting here and it's green, so might as well use them. Throw them on the inside, because otherwise I'm going to throw them away. Oh, and he looks so sweet in there. Yeah. I'll put a little tiny itty bitty little rhinestone in the center of him. And then I will call this card done. There. See what I did the inside? Isn't that cute? And those were just scraps that we're going to be laying around anyway, so might as well, if they're already on my table, just cut a few of them and throw them inside and make the card even that more impressive. Yeah, that looks cute. I really like that. My sister will love it. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.